All right. Test, test, one, two, test. Just making sure this works, this audio. Don't think the stream is going yet. How's it going, Tucker? I'm just making sure my audio is good and everything before I start going. All right, sweet. Okay, so what I'm going to be doing today is I just got an A1 Mini. It was $200, so we're going to check out and see if it's any good. Um, is this too loud? I have no clue. Just forget all that. But what's up, Tucker? Alright, so I'm going to be just pulling this out of the box right now for a second. This will work. And I'm going to get up on the table. And we'll start putting it together. Not at all was that like, can you hear me? Are you saying not at all you can hear me, or Alright, so pretty much what I am planning on doing with this is would I recommend this for a beginner? So I'm just going to kind of go over the whole beginner process. So the way this goes, what's up, Luke? You pull it out of the box. You really can't see it right now, but pull it out of the box and this is what you got. What are we building? We're unboxing a Bambu Lab A1 Mini right now. So a new 3D printer. Sweet. Alright, so this is just what you would get. If you're a beginner, this is what you'd be seeing for the first time. The packaging's pretty simple and it all comes apart pretty easily. One thing I will say about Bambu Lab is that their printers come well packaged and there's no space wasted. So this is a smaller printer. It's about 7 inches cubed. Um, but if it's a beginner printer, you're not going to be starting with the biggest thing anyways. How many printers do I have? Well, as of right now, I have 2 Bambu. I have one Creality Ender 5 Plus. I have an Ender 3 Pro. I got a Neptune 4 Pro. So I got quite a few printers. I'm not. Oh, sweet. And something cool with the Bambu, it sends you with like a kit, so you get 104. So now I can print off my own mouse. Sorry, mouse. And this comes with the electronics to go inside of it. So it's a wireless mouse that I can get and make myself now. Am I giving it away? No, probably not. I'm planning on using this for smaller prints when I don't want to like take up my big printer. Do not grab or press on the x-axis. Alright, we're not going to do that. Okay, so I'm going to get the instructions before I start taking stuff out. Maybe one of these days I can do a giveaway, especially with a $200 printer. That doesn't really seem all that much, does it? Alright. Okay, just making sure we got everything. We got accessory box, pretty sure that's it. Sounds like it. Purge wiper. Spool holder. Build plates on. PT... I was going to say PTFE tube. This looks like a power. I'll have to find that PTFE. Oh, on the ground. There it is. Found it. Okay, we got some filament. Alright, we got everything. Okay, in the accessory box. Okay, so all Bambus come with some good accessories. Every printer I've ever got, though, comes with an Allen wrench that fits it. I have 1,000 Allen wrenches, I feel like. But what I'm excited about is these. These can go on the rails and on the gears. And so, like, this is high, what is it called? High, like, temperature thermal paste. And so this goes on my rails and my X1C. So, got some more. Awesome. Has a pin to unclog. Another little Allen wrench. This is a cable organizer. So I didn't get it with the AMS. I might buy an AMS Lite one of these days, but we'll see. But essentially what that does is that just goes on right there so I can organize the PTFE tubes to the AMS. So since I don't have one of those, I don't need it. Spool holder base. What else we got? Is that it? Oh, and sweet. It comes with a little blade. So you can make a scraper. You can print your own scraper for it to scrape prints off the build plate. So I might do that. That might be the first thing we print beside the Benchy. Alright, so we'll put that over there. Put that back. Okay. We're just going to go by the book here, even though I'm pretty sure I could just make this without looking at the instructions. Alright, so right here it says tighten 3 screws circled in the green to lock the heat bed. Alright, we're going to take off this and then I'll do that. You guys still hear me? Alright, so I imagine the screws. I was gonna say those are it, but let's see. Oh, on the sides. Got it. So the heat bed right here, the screws are on the very end. You're just gonna turn. And I don't like to over tighten stuff too much. Just because it sucks when you have to undo it. Mic volume's pretty low. Um, I'll just adjust it, my mic, because right now I'm just using a Astro A50 headset. And I don't really like wearing my headset too much because I feel like you can hear me breathe in it. Because like when I play video games or whatever, I have a separate mic, so I don't ever use this headset blade, but this is what we're using. Alright, so we have those three right there, so that's done. So when I make this mouse that this came with, what color do you think I should make? What scheme? Alright, next up, we're going to take that off. So we need to flip this around. So the reason I say this might be the best purchase for a beginner with 3D printers is $200 really isn't that much. I know you don't get the best build volume, but to start out, a $200 printer that just works. If it's like anything else, like any of the other Bambus I've had, I'm gonna be surprised. Like, I'm gonna be happy because my X1C is amazing. Like, it's made printing and making things fun. Before with my Ender 5 Plus, I had to like always tinker with it. And so if I wanted to make something, I had to like fix the printer first before I made something. What you mean transparent? Alright, so pretty much what we've done so far is we've removed 4 screws. We're about to remove the 4th, and we've tightened 3 screws on the bottom. And I'm not gonna lie, if that's what it gets to take a 3D printer to get going nowadays, that is amazing. Oh, you're saying transparent for the mouse? That'd be kind of sick. Be like a 90s phone. Alright, so now we need the purge wiper, which I don't really think I need because I'm not using the AMS, but I will put it on. I guess I will need it because even though it doesn't use the AMS, it will extrude a little bit of filament every time, so I guess we gotta put it on. They have made an improvement with after the X1C, so I don't know if you guys can see this, but I'm gonna pick this up. Oh, there we go. There's a little wiper right here, and it's no longer like plastic, it's silicone, so I'm excited to see how that works because it's supposed to be a little bit better than the plastic was on the X1C. Less breakable. And the bane of my existence is these little bags. That's nice though, they do label it for the purge wiper. Is this little bags. I got big hands, so you kind of struggle with the little bags sometimes. Alright, so that just slides in. We're gonna get down low. We're gonna make sure this is the right one first. Yep. I feel like I need to get a little bit better mic. I don't know too much about mics besides like my gaming one, and that has like a boom stand. Um, but I don't know what I should do for just kind of like talking like this, streaming. This isn't the most glamorous thing ever, but it's getting the job done. One thing I am kind of like surprised by is this is a really light machine, but from what I've been seeing online, the build quality of the machine and what it's able to produce is awesome. So like if I want to build another like Nintendo Switch Rolodex, I can just make it fully on this and not have to waste my X1C. All right. This thing is for the spool holder, I believe. Yep. I'll move that over so you guys can see a little bit better. And everything with Bambu Labs is labeled. So for the scraper, you guys can't really see that writing. I won't really focus on it. For the spool holder. So I mean, they pretty do much make this idiot proof. I hate that my A1 came with the plastic bags instead of the tray. What do you mean? And also, welcome to the stream. I don't think I've ever seen your name before. They got proper tools and stuff. Because I'm going to be honest with you. Like, you can just go on Amazon or Hobby Lobby, and they have lots of tools for 3D printers. You liked and subbed. You weren't subbed before, Luke? I swear I've seen you before, but hey, I appreciate it. And I appreciate you sticking around because nothing's more fun than a stream with nobody in it. YouTubers and certain people got a plastic modeled tray with proper Bambu Lab marked hex drivers. Yeah, that would be kind of cool to get proper like hex drivers instead of like the hex key. Are you saying like it has that bit like it looks like a T, and so you can kind of use both directions, like it had a little bit more of a grip than a hex head? Yeah, I hear what you're saying. That would be nice, but I kind of see like why they give it to certain people. Those people are huge influencers, and so if you can make their experience nicer, they're they can get more people to buy their product. So I can kind of see why they did that. But I'm not opposed. I mean, one of these days maybe I'll make a video and I'll show you like here are some good tools to buy on Amazon and um, Hobby Lobby. But yeah, I mean, I can't expect too much from a printer company with like tools, just because most of the time you can just go buy your own for cheaper. So if you're interested in a video, I can make one of what tools you might need or want. All right, didn't tell me. I'm just going right by the rules. I'm just reading the instructions. It didn't tell me. Yes, it did. I didn't do it. I was gonna say it didn't tell me to cut this cable, this tie. So I'm gonna cut it right now. Imagine if I just cut the wrong thing. I just sever a power cord. So if you're looking for a plastic tray for like an organizer, go check out Gridfinity on Thangs. Um, Gridfinity is like a fully customizable just grid system. And you can make it all yourself. It's by a YouTuber named Zach Friedman. You should check him out though. If you're worried about organization, go check out Gridfinity. All right. Where's the PTFE tube go to? Just hook onto the spool. Oh, nope. Okay, I honestly think take that out. Do you guys like unboxing videos though? Was this like a good idea to get this and do an unboxing? If you do, maybe I'll do more in the future of random printers. I know about Gridfinity. Yeah, I hear you. Well, I feel your pain, but do you like your A1 Mini? Does the do the prints come out good? Elegoo Neptune 4 Max. I have a Neptune 4 and it's really quick, but it comes stock with a point .2 or 0.02 nozzle, and so um, it's slower. It takes a lot longer to build things, and so that's the one criticism I would have for that. Let me just get an extension cord real quick. But no, if that's what you get, I would go for that. How much are they right now? What? Did you get a kit in the box? Yeah, I got a kit. I got this right here. I got a wireless mouse. I was just asking a second ago what colors I should make it in. I think the suggestion I got was, alright, hold on, we're gonna go dark for a second. Alright, there we go. You guys got a clock? Alright, if you I'm excited I got the mouse. Overhangs with the Bambu mat was decent. The prints are incredible, but the printer can sometimes flow calibration despite updating firmware and checking it. Yeah, that happens. I think with some stuff. Yeah, well, if you got a clock, you should go make the Cogsworth from Beauty and the Beast. You can find it on Maker World, but at least you'd make an interesting clock, you know? Alright. They didn't tell me which one I was supposed to place it in, so I'm just going to place it in one. If I'm not supposed to do that, let me know. $400? I mean, Luke, for the size you get with that, it's not a bad machine. Um, it goes fast. It's reliable. It does say it has auto bed leveling, but you know, take that with a grain of salt. You'll have to adjust it every now and then. Um, Pretty much like the basic printer stuff. The only printers I've ever got, well then, the only printers I ever got that work right out of the box, I don't have to adjust anything, are Bambu Labs. But they're expensive, and if you want to tinker with it, I would actually suggest if you don't have a 3D printer, get one that you tinker with, um, because you learn a lot of stuff. Like when I started off with the Ender 3, I didn't know anything about 3D printing, and this was in 2018, and by the end of it, I knew the ins and outs of that printer. I knew any modifications. I could diagnose my own problems, things like that. But if you don't really need to get a printer with size because you can cut things up and make it the way you need it to be for any printer. Like I could make my battle droid on this printer. It'd take longer, but I could. But you might for $440 you might want to save up and get a P1S just because they're kind of nice. All right, my first main criticism of this. I have large hands. I'm a big person. Okay, I'm 6'8". Big hands. I have this little tiny screen to enter my Wi-Fi password. But I guess the word mini does, it says it in the name. My own fault. User error. I bought an Ender 3, modded it with everything under the sun possible, sold it for €200 in person, then got the A1 Mini 4 days ago. Nice. So did you start with Ender 3 then? I'm trying to remember what my Wi-Fi password is here. This really brings me back to like old school smartphones, little tiny buttons. It's terrible. All right, see if that's it. Use a pen. Yeah, I might have to. I think I got it. I was able to hit everything. Network connected. I remembered it. All right, need my phone. Gonna have to take chat down for a second. I'm not going anywhere. I just gotta scan it. So use the handy app. Turn that off. See if that works. There we go. Confirm. Yeah, the confirm. That's done. All right. I'm gonna click start. Sweet. Up and going. If I was paying attention the entire time just to building this, I think I could have got this up and going in like 15 minutes. But I was talking and doing other things too, and we got it up and going. I don't know, Luke. I'm kind of going back and forth on that Max, because Elegoo's are good printers, and there is something to be said. Is it your first printer, or do you have multiple printers? I'm gonna grab a spool. And we're gonna be using Creality Rainbow when it's done. Go ahead and slide it forward. Just kind of doing the self-check now. And I think the first thing we're going to do is, yeah, we're going to make that. First print should be white PLA. Why? Why should it be white? Oh, to see if there's any debris in there. Um, Print an AMS plug for all the holes. And also a plug for the side hole. Side hole. The hole where the lever and thing. Oh, that right there. Yeah, I could. No, just sold the Ender 3 Pro that I've had for about 3 years. Nice. How much did you sell it for? Because I still have mine. I haven't got rid of it. I don't know if people want them like used because you can just buy them, but that's cool you sold it. Um, so you don't did you sell it before you got one? Yeah, I know white PLA is the test filament I got. I have a lot of filament. I mean, above my head right now, above this, up there, I got there's I have about 50 spools unopened, and then I got some that are open. And before you say like, oh, the moisture's getting to them, I live in a desert, so moisture's not too big of a problem for me. I'm gonna start cleaning up a little bit while this is going. Typically I do like to keep all the stuff in the same bag and then just throw it in the box. So like I'll just put it in here with that. I'll also keep the instructions, because why not? Um, I do throw away boxes now. So like this didn't really come with like a box, but like when I say throw away boxes, like when I first got my RTX 3080 for my computer, I didn't throw away that box forever. Just enough to print PTF2 clips and the plug and stuff. Don't waste it. Oh, yeah, I hear you. I'll do that. That makes sense. I wanted a good $120, but I could only get. Yeah, yeah. That is tough. Now you do have to wait. I think ever since I got my printer, I got it for when I got it in October, like October 1st. It's pretty much been going nonstop every single day, and it's been reliable. Like, pretty sure I can count on one hand how many times it's felled. And when it did fell, it's because I didn't like add supports where I needed it to have a support. All right, where did I put that white filament? Right there. So while you guys are waiting, the next build I'm gonna do. I don't know if you guys have seen Space Marine 2, but this is a helmet, Space Marine helmet. I got to pull all the supports off, but I got this done, and so this is what I'm going to be painting and sanding and all that next. Just going to go right here, but it fits my head. It's pretty cool. This was printed all in two pieces. Okay, so the face does come off, but it can go on my head, and it was printed on my X1C. So the X1 and the P1S and the P1P, they can make helmets that fit people. I know a lot of people are like, oh, it's better to one-shot it. Eh, I mean, I've made some pretty sweet stuff that's all cut up. So, Luke, between what printers are you thinking about right now? So you got the Elegoo Neptune 4 Max. Any other thoughts with printers? Probably gonna ask you to lube it. Yeah, probably will. I'll be sure to take them out of the box. I gotta put stuff places that I know because like these screws, I guarantee you, even though they're just on the table right there, I'm probably gonna forget they're right there. I'm gonna be looking all over for them. How fast can the P1S print? I would honestly probably, I don't have a P1S, but I've seen them go like, I have an X1C now. I think the next printer I really want, like really want, is a P1S. Um, just because the P1S, from what I've heard and seen, it's pretty much an X1C with a few minor downgrades. But I think the P1S can print just as fast as the X1C. Um, if someone who's watching has a P1S, let me know. Can it print as fast? Yeah, I'll update the firmware. I hear you. I'll be sure to do that. Oh, better take my hands off the table while it's doing the vibration test. I am excited about the noise canceling it has in this. I know the fans are going to be fans, but I'm excited for the motors to be a little bit quieter. I want to see how quiet they are. I'm also going to peel this off. Where do I want to peel that off? Maybe I'll just keep that. I'll just keep that on there. See, another thing I can do with this too is, my holiday ornaments. This is a mistletoe. I can also make it on this, you know, put a couple on there. Just build more at a time than waiting. I can fit 5 on the X1C. I probably fit 3, maybe 2. Definitely fit 2. I wonder if I can fit 3 on this, but we'll see. So now we're just going to wait for this to go through its paces. While we're doing that, there's a question asked. Can the P1S print as fast as the X1C? I want to say yes it can, but I don't have a P1S. What do you guys think? If you have a P1S, let me know. Dude, I I think there are many good printers out there, but Bambu Labs and their printers, like the X1C, it's blown me away. Like I have fun printing now. Like I'm like, oh, every day that I don't have something to print is like a day wasted kind of. Um, tool head cleaning. Um, but like I said before, with my Ender 5 Plus, my even my Neptune, the smaller Neptune 4, it like you have to tinker with it and you have to make the settings and all that stuff. This is pretty like just it goes. Okay. So if I were you, I would just get a P1S. Um, the downgrades I know of from the X1C, the biggest one for me would have been the camera because I like to do time lapses. The camera is like a 720p instead of a 1080p, and the frame rate's a little bit lower than the X1C, but print quality from everything I've seen is pretty much the same. When you do get it, I would recommend getting a hardened steel nozzle, and I pretty much make everything with a .04 nozzle. Print the screen cover instead of the small bucket. What? Don't do the same mistake I did. Print the screen cover instead of the small bucket in the hole between the bed and the screen. This thing right here, or this thing. So right or left. You can only choose between those two. You can mod the camera on the P1S. Yeah, I know you can mod the camera, but I'm just thinking from someone who doesn't want to mod right from the get-go, what is going to be the best right out of the box. Here's one thing I'd like to know. Oh, I guess I answered my own question to myself. I was going to say, if I put a Bambu Lab spool here, we'll be able to tell with the chip that it has in each spool. We'll be able to tell, but on my X1C it can't do that. It can only do that in the AMS. So, never mind. This is by far, like, I'm glad it does this, but I'm also like, yeah, it takes a little bit of time. I wish it would go. Alright, while we wait, here's another question for you guys. How many benchies have you printed in your lifetime, would you say? Oh, well, how much filament are you wasting, really? Like, couldn't you just remake it? I understand it's wasted filament, but if you're annoyed about it, I mean, how much does it take? Yeah, there probably is some latency with the audio. I don't know how far. I'm actually gonna turn it on. Yeah, there is some high latency. So I'm gonna text you that. Not many. With my Ender 5 Plus, I printed off a lot of benchies just because I think it's a great test. So I use the benchies quite a bit. Um, I think I went through. You had the Sprite extruder that I installed on it, and then I went to a micro Swiss extruder, and then I had the stock extruder, and so I printed every time I got a new extruder, I printed a benchy off. Now my phone won't stay. Cool thing as well, I like to print these passers. They're pretty sick. Fun little fidget toy, I guess. Alright, how close are we? Should be getting there. So I'm kind of thinking with this, like when I go to gaming conventions, this does well. It's a little fidget toy. It's fully 3D printed. I'm gonna make it a keychain. but you press the buttons, just kind of springy. Everything's 3D printed. I could load up this and just print away and not take away from my X1C's print time, or eat up time on my printer with little stuff like this. So that's kind of my idea with a printer like this, is just make little gadgets, not too complicated prints. For my Droid, there's a bunch of like dowels and pegs that I had to print, and so that'd be the kind of stuff I make on this. So it's not eating up time on my printer, and I can do the bigger stuff on the printer. Check this little mouse out. What's the DPI of this mouse? That's what I want to know. If you don't know what DPI is with a mouse, it's dots per inch. Typically, you want to have a high DPI for video games, like shooters and stuff like that. Pretty cool little chipboard. It's probably not a lot, but we'll see. You should look into building your own printers one day, or kit. Yeah, that'd be fun. Building your own printer like a Voron would be cool. I'm gonna be honest with you. My dream is I want like the Prusa Max with the 5 tool heads on it. That'd be kind of cool. If you don't know what that is, go check out the 5 tool head Prusa. But that would be like the dream. And I know I could just build a Voron like it, but alright, you're all set, ready to go. That's what it said. Alright, so here's a question that I have right now off the bat. Oil lubricant or this other stuff? Grease. I think I'm gonna go with, I actually don't know. Do I use the grease or the oil or the grease? Because it's talking about the rails. So if you've made this before, what's it want? Oil. All right. Yeah, Z screw and stuff. Where is, right in there. Got it. I was like, where even is the Z screw? I knew this is the Z axis, but I was like, is there a screw? It's just right in there, tucked away. Saw it today on YouTube for the first time. It was super cool. But yeah, no, it's super expensive. If you ever want to go see how crazy it is, go on YouTube, or not YouTube, go to their actual website and click build and just see how expensive it is per tool head to put on there. Also, if you guys ever run out of this, a really cheap but still great alternative is if you're in the United States, they have this sewing machine oil, and it's way cheaper than this, and you get more. Yeah, I don't think it's like you can find cheap options to build it. I think it's a great option for people that have time, and I am not a person that has time to tinker away on a Voron. But it would be cool to kind of make your own and just have it do what you want to do, because you could definitely make a 5 head tool changer with a Voron. It's just I don't got time. All right, we're ready. We're ready to do our first print on this bad boy. We've been going for a little bit. All right, we're gonna go ahead and use this filament it came with so we don't waste anything. I do like how the AMS on this doesn't waste as much as the X1C. I don't care about the waste as much because like when you look at it, it's really not that much. It might look like a lot, but in the grand scheme of things, it's not. First print, I don't know. Oh, we gotta update the firmware. So we're gonna update the firmware real quick, and then we're gonna print something. And then next live stream, I'm gonna have to see about the latency. I don't understand why it is so bad. I'm actually looking at it right now. Yeah, I'll have to look at that later. Does the A1? I actually don't know. I don't think I have to look that up. I don't know if Bambus do run on Clipper. I don't know what firmware they run on, but they're fast. I know they're comparable. They're as fast as Clipper, I'd say. Clipper does allow you to like view everything, I guess, every single little detail of your printer. I know Bambus have some kind of stuff gated off, but maybe I don't know. Look it up real quick. They're fast. They are fast. Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought Bamboo just kind of has its own thing. Yeah, yeah, that's how what I thought it was. Is they're pretty like their ecosystem is their ecosystem. There are people that do jailbreak them, but I wouldn't recommend it. I wouldn't want to risk my own machine to do that. There's a guy on YouTube, 3D Musketeer, 3D Print Musketeer, and they kind of do that. Yeah, I'm sure you could look at the G code and everything. I don't really get too in depth with G code. Um, it's just not my thing. What I like to do is I like the printer to work. I can do the physical tinkering. Um, but I would have to look up like on a different printer. I'd have to look up how to like flash stuff and how I want to flash it and things like that. Woo! All right, got the firmware done. Okay, good there. All right, print files. Let's see what we got here. Okay, we got benchies. which I'm not gonna do. We got bag clip. We have a scraper, and we have a swatch display board. Oh, we also have a panda. Hmm. All right. So, which uh, which one did you want me to make here? You said the first print should be, and then I don't remember what you said. Go with Bambu. PTF Eclipse. All right. Well, I'm gonna have to get rid of chat for a second. So we're gonna look up PTF Eclipse. Panda. No, I don't think I'm gonna make. Not gonna make pandas. So here's my thing with the PTF E-clip. I mean, couldn't I just zip tie that? I mean, then I don't have to waste ply. I got zip ties. Zip ties are cheap. I know you have to cut them, but I mean, that's all I'm doing is that. Why wouldn't I make a zip tie or use a zip tie, you know? What was the name of the, you said print off a cover. What's the name of that cover? No zip ties on PTFE. What's up, Joseph? How's it going? All right. We got, we don't need 3 plates. 10 minutes. Okay, I'm just gonna go to my computer real quick and just, I have the handy app and stuff, but it's just so much better to do it on the computer. And since I'm right here, why not? Try to tune your printer for ASA. I have not used ASA yet. What do you, do you use it quite a bit? Do you like it? And what printer are you using? Alright, should be send one. All right, quick question. Is there any way I can turn off those noises? Like I don't, it's cool, I guess, that they make that noises to tell me, hey, I got the print, blah 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 blah. But I don't want to hear it every single time. And if there's a way to get rid of it, I would appreciate that. Oh, you're new to printing, but you built your own. That's cool. I've heard great things about ASA. Um, I don't know how challenging it could be, um, but honestly, if you learn how to do something harder than, like, let's say PETG, then when you have to do PETG, it should just be simple, right? But yeah, I do want to check out ASA eventually. All right, I'll be sure to do that. I'll be sure to turn off print sounds. Yeah, yep, definitely use the right filament for hot environments. I hear you on that. What's your project, if you don't mind me asking? Another thing I guess I could have done instead of print the clips is just do the Velcro that you do cable management with your PCs. If you guys built a PC, cable management is big. Toolboxes and organizers to start with. Yeah. Do you find any good organizers on uh, Maker World or Thingiverse or anything? Because I got this giant pegboard back here, and I need to organize this hot mess. So if you could recommend anything. Okay. I'll look into that. What's the biggest thing you have printed? I don't know if you saw this, but I just made a B1 battle droid from Star Wars, and that's pretty big. Um, I make a lot of helmets. Here, let me put my phone down. I can maybe get it in camera. I got this Space Marine sword. You can kind of see it's not done yet or painted. I need to make it. It's a chain sword, but I mean, this workbench is about 4 feet long, and it's 4 feet long. Pretty big. And you can kind of compare it to the A1 right there. It's pretty large. Um, I have another helmet I need to paint and sand and all that. I got this helmet from the Bad Batch. I showed you that Space Marine that I'm making. Um, this thing was like a short challenge. It's a it just grabs stuff. That's all it does. So you just grab stuff with it. Um, but yeah, I'd say the biggest thing I've made is my battle droid, and the battle droid was all made on my X1C. All right, come on. What about you? What's the biggest thing you've made? we have anything. Alright, there's nothing coming out. Quit. Okay. Alright, that was weird. My filament wasn't down all the way. That's my bad. Okay. We're gonna print it again. Send. So, note to self. You need to make sure it's pressed down all the way. Don't trust that because it felt like it was down all the way, but it wasn't. Oh, goodness. Just sent it to my X1. Do not want to make that on my X1. It just kicked up behind me. What are we doing here? Amateur hour? And I gotta refine the ones I wanted. Yeah, that's gonna be a thing I have to learn. Is make sure I check what printer I want when I use the app. Feels like I'm in a casino every time that goes off. I'm gonna be honest with you. It feels like I've won something, and it wants me to keep spending money to make it work. You know, we're gonna throw a little bit more grease places because I put it on the side or on the front, and nothing really happened. So we're gonna put some grease in this railing. Now I gotta go through this whole thing again. Anyways, if you guys are out there watching, thanks for watching. I appreciate you. The highest concurrent viewers that we had right now was 8. That's pretty cool. It's nice to have people just kind of checking out what you're doing. And thanks for chatting as well, because that's made it go by a lot quicker, and I'm not as bored. Typically, I have to put in headphones just while I do stuff because people don't tend to engage. But you guys have been great. All right. So should have filament now. We're getting there. All right, so if you're just tuning in, I'm gonna put this down so I don't I don't want that camera. I'm just getting some PTFE tube clips printed. That's kind of my test print. We're just using PLA, basic PLA from Bambu Lab. It's white, but it's coming out now, so that's good. Question in chat that was asked just a second ago. What's the largest thing I've 3D printed? I don't know if you guys watched the live stream, but I did 3D print a Star Wars battle droid, a full size Star Wars battle droid. It's 6'4", so it's just a little bit shorter than me. But yeah, printed all on the X1C. I think the next thing I need to make for it is a blaster. But kind of where I put it is, so I'm a school teacher, and I put it in my classroom because I thought it'd be a cool display piece. So that's where the battle droid is. Did you guys as teachers ever have a battle droid when you went to school? Yeah, I'm gonna have to turn off this, whatever it is. It's just eating through plastic right now. I see what you're saying with these little nuggets it's shooting out. It's quite a bit. Yeah, look at that. So that's how much it goes through at the beginning. All right, we got our first layer down. It's looking good. Fan's a little bit loud, but that's all right. It's just a fan. I expect that. But overall, it's very quiet. The only thing you can hear is the fan. Okay, well, there you go. It also wastes the demo filament with each print. How many are there? There's 4. I think 4 should be plenty. 1 here, 2 in the middle, 1 here. If you guys are new here as well, um, and you enjoy the content, like and subscribe. I'm going to try and get a more steady kind of stream schedule going. Typically what I do is I'll paint, I'll sand, I'll finish 3D prints, come hang out, talk, do whatever you want to do. If I get more printers, then I'll definitely do unboxings. But yeah, if you're new here, subscribe and like. Well, with the x-axis, where they're going to logo, where the AMS is, or, oh, you're saying right here? Yeah, so I don't want to strain too much stuff, but like 1, 2, 3, 4. I think that should be alright. We'll see. I'll see how it looks and how it feels with these 4. And if I need one more, I'll make one more. Kind of clever, that little lever. Sorry, I was just seeing if I could hear myself on the stream. It took a second. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna need a better mic. This gaming headset. I don't even use the mic to game with. I have my own separate one, but I don't know if I like it. All right, first print, flawless. Not the most complex. All right, little PTFE clips. Why does everything have to make a sound effect? Like, even when my washer is done, my washer makes a sound effect now. Like, do people really need to have that reward? The reward of a sound effect saying, hey, you did the right thing. Look at that. Good job. Yeah, those little clips are actually pretty nice. So here's a question for you. So this PTFE tube is different than the white PTFE that I got with my X1C. I wonder if there's a different makeup of it. Maybe it wears less than the one in the AMS of the X1C. Wait for bigger prints to cool down. Minimal flex play, otherwise it ramps. Yeah, no, I just use plastic blades. Typically, I let prints complete overnight, and the plates cool, and they'll just pop right off. I don't really flex the plates too much. Um, okay. Well, I think that concludes the unboxing video and the startup. So far, it was easy. I liked it. Um, I'm gonna make more stuff with this, but thanks for stopping by. If you've liked the content, like I said, like and subscribe. I appreciate you stopping by and talking with me. Um, and in the future, let me know if you would like to see anything from this channel. Just comment down below or on this video. But as for right now, I think I'm done with the unboxing. I'm going to hop right back in another stream. I'm probably going to start taking supports off and just kind of hanging out, taking supports off of my Space Marine helmet, getting the process going on that. But this completes the unboxing of the A1 Mini. If you want, give me like 5 minutes. I'm going to start up another stream of my Space Marine helmet. Anyways, thanks for watching. I'm Queso Builds. If you're new here, like and subscribe.